Hi, I'm Giancarlo,
And I'm Felicia.
and this is a review of
In the City Origins.
So trying.
No, but it's a stupid freaking name. Come on.
Oh shit! The SmackDown. We don't even
What
give
is
it a
it?
review yet. We're just like bang.
What is it about? It's about Rome, right?
In the city, Origins, players are trying to control the best faction to become the new king. Let's take a look at components while we set up the game. The influence tracker will track your influence as you gain faction members. The game comes with beads to help keep track of this on the card. It will also track temporary influence change which can occur from cards as they are being played. Mercenary cards are all the same and are placed in the right side of the city center, which is the middle of the table. These cards are placed face up and can be recruited at Tier 2. Tier 0 cards are shuffled and placed to the left of the city center. Flip over 2 cards like so. Now to build the city, you'll have Tier 1, 2, and 3 decks. These are each shuffled, and then according to the number of players, you'll form 5 decks and place them above the city center, with Tier 3 cards at the bottom, Tier 2 cards in the center, and Tier 1 cards at the top of the decks. Now simply turn 2 cards from each deck face up into the city center. Finally, shuffle all the leader cards and deal out 3 to each player. They choose 1 and discard the other 2. When all players have chosen a leader, they are placed face up in front of them and their influence track will go up by the number in the pouch icon. Roll a die to see who starts and you're now ready to play.
Before we go into a player's turn, let's take a look at the cards. The number in the shield is the amount of influence you must have to make him join your faction. The number in the pouch is how many you gain if you recruit them. The number in the crown is simply its victory points at the end of the game. A few more things to mention is that each card will also have a color and a special ability written in this box. Some abilities include Sacrifice, Give, Steal, Enlist, Turn, Static, and Legendary. Now that you know the cards, let's take a look at a player's turn.
On your turn, if you have a card with a turn ability, you can use it at the start of your turn. Once you use your turn ability, you can now recruit a card from the bottom row of the city center. If you don't have enough, maybe go for a Tier 0 card. When you recruit a card, first check if it has an Enlist ability. If it does, you do that ability. Then you add its influence on your track. In this game, you do not have a deck nor a hand, you only have face-up cards in front of you forming your guild. When an empty spot occurs, move the card of that row down and flip over a new card to fill the hole. Your turn ends and the next player does his turn. When a Tier 2 card is revealed, you can now recruit mercenaries, which cost 5 but give you 3 in return. Keep playing until there are 2 columns completely empty and the end game begins. Each player counts their victory points and the player with the most is the new king of the land.
Now, as you play the game, lots of things can happen. You can kill off other faction members, swap card positions in the city, steal or trade members, sacrifices to do special abilities, or simply block another player from getting victory points. Even though a lot can happen during a game, it still feels a little lacking when it comes to player interaction. This game was best played at 2 players where you can actually make a strategy and work on it when it comes back to your turn. In a game of 3 players, by the time it came to your turn, everything changed and so must your strategy. The production quality is average and the artwork, while it's a little weird, seems like images taken just because they are public domain or something. Everyone including the priest, artist, and aristocrat is a creature. Not sure why they would use this choice of wording, but yeah, they are all creatures for some reason. The card design itself feels like prototype pre-production stuff. The mechanics themselves are not bad and it's a quick casual game, but again, we recommend it as a 2-player game for the most strategic type. It does need a little more balancing between leaders, but you can remove the card you think are OP since there is a lot of leader cards. The rulebook could also use some design work and better looking images. As is, the game needs some work to be competitive in the current market. In the City Origins gets 5 creature cards out of 10. In the City Origins rules.
In the City Origins rules.
No? Subliminal messages to buy this game.